The Winter Olympics are kicking off in Milan very soon, and there's this huge gold rush in Google for tailors right now. I know that seems wild, but Milan is known as the city of tailors. I'm Ulku. I run a 7-figure SEO agency. So today, I'm going to be searching for the best tailor in Milan, live. I'll show you why Google ranks who it does and give you actionable fixes so that you can avoid big mistakes. I'm also going to break down how a shop with 90 reviews is outranking a global brand with 4 times the social proof. Let's go ahead and dive in. All right, so you can see I'm here on Google incognito mode, just to make sure that all of my prior searches for a tailor in Milan doesn't influence the results that we get here. And here are the top 3 results. This is what I'm talking about. Lanieri is a global brand made to measure, focused on e-commerce. It is a big, big brand. These two are not. And Sartoria San Babila, boy, I'm definitely not Italian, so forgive my pronunciation. And I'm not even going to try to say that word. This is a very small shop. It is not a massive brand. They've put the neighborhood, San Babila, Milano, they put that neighborhood in their GBP name, hoping to rank higher when people search for tailor in Milan. It obviously worked because they're ranked in the top 3. Now, a couple of things that I want to point out here. First, we can see that Google has pulled out review snippets. They've decided on their own which snippets to pull out. The giant global brand, fabric quality is what Google decided to highlight. That's not super impressive to me. I would guess that most any custom tailor you visit in Milan is going to have superb fabric quality. Okay, impeccably made my husband's wedding suit. Better? That's better. And now if we look at Sartoria San Babila Milano, we get very fast and efficient. So if you're in town, if you're in Milan for a week or two for the Winter Olympics, man, very fast and efficient. That's the highlight I would want. I'm really upset if I'm Lanieri that I didn't get very fast and efficient. Now, I'm going to do something that you will almost never see anyone do. I'm going to hit more businesses. The reason for that, I want to see who the best tailor in Milan is, see if we can figure that out together. These 3 have done the best job at optimizing for Google's algorithm, but that doesn't mean they're the best tailor. So let me go ahead and take a look. So the first thing I'm going to do is, of course, ignore the sponsored results. I don't want to see who's paying to be featured on top. And then we have the same 3 results we did before, the big global brand, and then Sartoria Milano and Sartoria San Babila, San Babila, this one. And I think the actual name of the business is the word there that starts with the R that I'm afraid to say. Okay, so now Prata and Mestrale, they are the first loser. They're in the 4th position. But here's what's interesting. Remember, right, we have 350 reviews, 150, 90 reviews. We can keep coming down here. What I'm interested to see is if we find anyone who has more reviews. Obviously, Suit Supply Milan at 4,000 reviews. They're not in the top 3. That's kind of wild, right? That many reviews to not be in the top 3. We can keep coming down just out of curiosity. 53, 68, 750. Workmanship was exceptional. Again, these are tailors in Milan, right? The workmanship has got to be pretty exceptional, I would say, in all of them. This would be like, you know, if you're going to Savile Row in London, exceptional workmanship is probably table stakes. It's not something that makes you the best on Savile Row. All right. Wonderful seamstress, great, 300 reviews. So we can see how varied the review quantity is, and then I'll pick up the one who's just at the bottom out of curiosity. So let's go ahead and start at Lanieri. If you haven't guessed, I don't speak Italian, so we'll try to get the English version. Sometimes it comes up here, but I guess it didn't, no problem. What do I want to choose? Australia with the US dollar? Sure, let's see what happens. Oh, I get it. That's the location and they don't ship to the United States. Ah, see, I'm figuring it out. But now I need to, do I click here? No, menu, click here. English. Ah, there we go. That only took me like a minute to do. Awesome. Okay, man, I thought I had it. I was so excited. Let me try again. Italiano. All right, fine. I'll take your cookies. Lanieri. All right, so I always start by looking at the title tag. This is very important. Google pays a lot of attention to your title tag. We don't care very much about the title tag from the user perspective. Very few users see it, and we're caring about ranking the GBP. So we can go kind of crazy with the title tag and to just focus on what Google wants to see. So their primary category was custom tailor. So generally we want to use the primary category and the city name in the title tag. So I want to see custom tailor Milan. What do we got? Made to measure men's clothing made in Italy. Okay, so we don't have Milan or custom tailor. But if I look at this, this feels more like an e-commerce store, which makes sense for this kind of a brand. A little how it works. So I like this website for the point it's trying to make, that it's an e-commerce store. It's focused on the men's brand. They've linked in here, I believe this is an Olympics maybe. I mean, obviously not Winter Olympics. This looks like the Italian basketball team. I don't know who any of these gentlemen are. I'm basing that on the fact that they're holding basketballs. So yeah, anyway, the first thing that we see is things for sale. Customize in real time, create your unique wardrobe. This is a good landing page, very goal completion. I search for custom tailor, and what I'm finding is ideas on how to create custom tailor. We create your looks together. We have style advisors, some ideas for me with pricing. We can go to the atelier if we want. We can book it right there. Some steps on how it works. Choose the fabric. There's a cafe where you turn. So this is a really well done website. This is very clearly an international brand. This is not like some local shop in Italy that's been around for generations. All right. Minus the fact that it took me like 10 minutes to figure out how to put the page to English. Solid. New items on sale. That's kind of weird, right? If I'm looking for a tailor in Milan, am I really that price sensitive that a sale is going to convince me? But regardless, let's take a look. I'm interested in seeing the San Babila, this one. No, not that one. This one. Sartoria San Babila. Because San Babila is right in the center of Milano. You can see the big castle in Milano. What's it called? What's the big thing in Milano? Duomo. It's the Duomo. That's what it's. The Duomo. Yeah. So where are we? Yeah. So we're like 3 blocks from the Duomo. Yeah. Right. All right. Cool. Anyway, so let's take a look at them. So, tailoring Milan. Hey, got the title tag, got the primary category, knocking it out of the park. Tailor shop, San Babila. That is the neighborhood. So that doesn't bother me at all. We have Milan right here. They're trying to rank very specifically in this neighborhood. This is a very fancy neighborhood. Makes sense. Great. And this is actually in English, right? San Babila is Saint Babila. So, this, I don't know why I had to look there. This is very obviously in English. So I like that, right? I didn't have to spend 5 minutes trying to figure out how to change it to English. Image is a little too big. I like the image, but I think it's a little bit too big. I like hero images to be shorter so I can see some content below it without having to scroll. All right, and I like that this is talking to me. Immerse yourself in bespoke elegance with our exclusive tailoring. And then they talk about what they do. So this is good, right? We talk about goal completion. When a new user lands on your website, you need to talk to them. Don't talk about yourself. Don't give the history of the brand. Though I will admit, for a custom tailor, the history of the brand can be important. So that's why I don't mind that they've been there for 27 years. So this is solid. And then we get some photos of what they make, of the clothes being made in progress. Pairs, excellent. Then About Us is down here. Fine, that's good. Opening hours. Then just some brands that they specialize in. We get the GBP embed. Okay, I don't think this is a GMP embed. Maybe this is just a random map embed. Yeah, this should be their GBP. This looks like it's just a random map of San Babila. Fine. The big thing I think we're missing here is I want to see reviews, testimonials, the embed of the GBP. That's about all I have here. Like, this is pretty solid otherwise. I like this. And again, man, they got really spot on, getting really prepared for the Winter Olympics coming by people saying that they're fast and efficient. That's fabulous. Hey, in town for a couple of weeks, can I get a jacket made? Maybe these guys can help. They're fast and efficient. I'm a fan, right? This is solid. This is a good potential to look at visiting. I also clicked on the suit store, because this is the one that had an insane number of reviews, right? Suit Supply, 3,900 reviews. So here we go, Suit Supply, this is them. I'll take the cookies. And here again, hey, it's in English, so cool. Check out the title tag. Suit Store Milan, custom suits and more. What is their Suit Supply custom tailor? So not bad. There is this concept that we talk about called retheming, where if the exact keyword you're going for isn't actually a category in any Google business profile, then you can use that category, the closest category and use the keyword that you actually want to rank for in the title tag instead of using the category. We call that retheming the category. That's likely what they've done here because they don't want to rank for custom tailor. They very specifically want to rank for suit supply. So it makes sense that they've done that. Now, the problem is when we retheme, we still need to make sure that Google understands that this business belongs to this website. The easiest way to do that is, of course, to make sure that the primary category and city name are in the title tag. If we're retheming, we can't do that. So in those cases, we make sure that our target keyword, the primary category, and the city name are all in the primary heading. That way, we're still telling Google, yes, I know I chose custom tailor, but I really want to rank for suit store. Okay, so in this case, I think that's missing. There's no real primary heading. It seems to be just the word Milan. So that's a challenge here. Maybe part of the reason why they're not ranked very well, even though they have almost 4,000 reviews. So let's keep coming down. Nice photo of the inside of the store. It's a pretty fancy looking store, if I'm being honest. Very, very Italian, right? Like this, I feel like if you just showed me this photo, I would be like, boy, that looks like a store in Italy. I mean, this just looks like, this doesn't look like New York City. This has a lot of that flair that I would expect. Like this chessboard where every piece of it is covered in the chess squares and these bright oranges and the creepy eye pillows. I'm a fan. Very Italian looking. If I walked in here in Milan, I'd be like, yeah, this seems right. Okay, scrolling down. So far, I haven't heard anything about me, right? So that's what I'm missing here. I have services, address, opening hours, all good info, but this can be farther down. I want to start by talking about me, right? Why would I go to Suit Supply? What am I looking for that they can help me with? So this is just basic information, and then we go straight into learning about the team. What do we have here? A couple of different, so this is better, right? Because now I'm seeing that we have some evening wear, some custom suits, some basic, perennial suit. That's a nice looking suit. Guy looks great wearing it. Some nice, I mean, they look good, right? So I with prices, so this is fabulous. I wish this were a little bit higher up, just so that somebody who's first landing on this page knows immediately if this is the type of thing they're looking for or not, and they can signal that goal completion over to Google. There is more. Yes, there is. Here we go. Awesome. And it's weird that they're saying welcome and I'm this far down on the page. Kind of weird, right? Welcome to the ultimate destination for discerning gentlemen. Yeah, this is all just vague platitudes. This isn't great. I really want to see something. What makes them special? What makes them unique? Why should I go there? These are just vague platitudes. They can do better. They can do better, right? They're Italians. They should be able to do better. FAQ, and then they have these collapsible things. These collapsible things, from an SEO perspective, you should almost always try to avoid these. Googlebot is rendering your website in the most recent version of mobile Chrome. What that means is that when these are collapsed, Googlebot can't read it. It's not reading your source code anymore. It stopped reading your source code years ago. So it's reading what it sees in the most recent version of mobile Chrome. So these should all be open, because the challenge is Google will see this content, but it will largely ignore it. It's much more effective at building your authority, at building your relevance. If you have these open, you wrote the content, allow Google to see it when it loads the website. Okay, so these should all be open in general. Make sure that you, when you're building your website, working on your client's website, just don't collapse them. Keep them open. Okay, and then the nearest store, no problem. 150 stores worldwide. All right. So this is cool, right? Get personal style advice. Why isn't that higher up? I would like to get personal style advice from a tailor in Milan. That feels like it would be very helpful to me. All I wear is black half zips, so I would like personal style advice, but why is it buried down here? I want it at the top of the page. So we have some challenges here with Suit Supply. We talked about a couple of the big things that they're missing. I think if they fix those, they would definitely see an improvement in ranking. And if you really want to see exactly how my agency builds these foundations for new clients, I have a step-by-step, over-the-shoulder walkthrough. It's inside my AI SEO Mastery community in school. There's a link down in the description, and you can watch me go through the exact steps that we use at my agency to get a new client set up. Let's look at another one of these. So this is that same word. I'm wondering if this isn't the brand name. I'm wondering this might be another word that means something about tailoring. I don't know. Let's see if we can figure out how to make this English. So this is Google translating it. That doesn't make me too upset. That's fine. But okay, sales repairs, zip replacement. Boy, I mean, I gotta be honest, that's gotta be like the worst title tag I could think of for a custom tailor. Why is a custom tailor's title tag sales repairs zip replacement? And then the cover image is of, I mean, it's admittedly a gorgeous looking zipper, but it's a zipper. Like, is that what they do? Do they just do zippers? Is this a zipper store? Mariotti. Let me see if I can find a Mariotti. Here? Is this them? 750 reviews? Yeah, okay. So their primary category on Google is dressmaker. Are there a lot of zippers on dresses? Like zippers that look like this? I don't know. I don't wear a lot of dresses, I'll admit. So maybe I'm the wrong person to ask. First time on our store. I kind of like that, if I'm being honest. Yeah, so the title tag is miserable. Sales, repairs, zip replacement. First time in our store, great. If you've come to repair your jacket zipper, we'll show you how to do it yourself. Choose your jacket brand. So it does seem, they have dressmaker as a primary category, but all of this seems to be focused on repairing zippers on jackets, right? The brands we repair. Yeah, this is like the North Face, Moncler, this Patagonia. Do they also sell jackets? I'm just so confused. Yeah, so no, zip replacements. Those are brands that they repair. 75 euro to replace the zipper on a Loro Piana jacket. I bet this Loro Piana jacket, this looks like it's probably 10,000 euros or something. Loro Piana is, if you know anyone who wears Loro Piana, they have a lot of money. So here we go. So these are just the different brands, no problem. So they really do focus on zipper repair for jackets. Yet their primary category is dressmaker. What they need to do is retheme, obviously. Zipper repair is not a category on Google search. So they do need to retheme, but I would probably retheme something more like tailor or something rather than dressmaker. And I'd retheme that to jacket zipper repair, something like that. Overall, like not bad. I bet if I search for zipper repair Milan, I'm just curious. Now I'm gonna do zipper repair Milan. So if I search for zipper repair Milan, ranked number 1, they have a very niche offering that they just do zipper repair. No problem. Let me look at, because I don't need zipper repair. So let me look at this one. This is the bottom, Sartoria Leonardo Milano. I just have to talk like that from now on. Sartoria Leonardo Milano. Excellent. And I'll accept. And it is all in English. Wait, no, this symbol is English, but this is bespoke Italian for bespoke? Is bespoke an Italian word? Do I have to click on the button? Oh, so then it reloads. Kind of half English, half Italian. All right, so remember they were ranked on the bottom. And they're gonna have this huge influx of wealthy people visiting the Olympics. Maybe they need a new jacket. Dear God, they need to change their title tag. This is telling Google that they want to rank for home page. That if somebody types home page into Google, they want Sartoria Leonardo to show up. Okay, this is obviously wrong. They don't want to rank for homepage. They want to rank for custom tailor or something like that. This title tag needs to be updated. This is, I feel bad for them. This is very bad. The title tag needs to be updated. But let's keep going. I do like, made to measure design. I hate the scrolling hero image. We've split tested this. Scrolling hero images typically result in people bouncing. It's too much stuff, too much information, and people bounce. So we don't usually like that. We'll scroll down here. We got some offerings for generations. So this doesn't bother me. I wish it was talking more about me and less about them, but this is high-end service. They're talking about themselves. I wish this was a little bit less focused on themselves, a little bit more focused on me. That's feedback I give to a lot of people in my life. I just wish it was a little bit more focused on me. But beyond that, I really want to see something unique here. This feels fine, but it's very platitude, right? There's not very much information here. Our suits, shirts, and gala dresses, great. Robes. Oh, that'd be fun. Should I get a custom-made robe? I wonder how much a robe is. Made in Italy, makes sense. Tailor-made suit. This is a little better, but I'd want to take some of this content and move it higher on the fold so that I see this and it's made in Italy, handmade, etc. Arrange your appointment. Great. We can submit right there online. Women's suits, tailored gift card. The gift card can be somewhere else. If I'm looking for a gift card, I'll spend time on the website looking for it. It doesn't need to be on the homepage. So yeah, not great. I really would rather see the title tag, the title tag to match what people are searching for. I need a primary heading to match what people are searching for. I don't want this flippy-do on the hero image. There's no GBP embed. There's no social proof. There's no reviews. There's no testimonials. There's a lot of stuff missing here. I'm overall not surprised. that the ranking is so low for a custom tailor in Milan. Now, let me look at these robes. I gotta load it up in English, I guess. I just gotta see these robes, okay? No, back at the homepage. I don't want to be at the homepage. I want to look at robes. Robes. Find out more. Sezione, prodotti, tohi. I'm guessing that means robe? I don't know. That seems like a lot of syllables to mean robe, but it's all in Italian. And if I click here, that's a link I can see at the bottom left. That link takes me back to the homepage. But I don't want to go to the homepage. So, okay, I have to right click and I can translate to English that way, but boy, that's not awesome. I gotta say, Sartorio Leonardo, not awesome. All right, here we go. Free toga bag? Oh, not bad. Lawyer's gown, 189 euros. Magistrate's robe. Got some cords, the shoulder cords. Very cool. All right, got some red ones. Yeah, yeah. Well, so I'll give them that. If I were looking for a robe, they're the only ones that featured robe. But hopefully this makes sense. Hopefully you can see what I'm talking about. By far, this was one of the best websites that we saw. Very to the point, immediately talks to me about how good they are. They'll do it quickly. They've been around for 27 years. This is the number 2 ranked one. I can accept that. Come to English. Very similar, and this is part of the issue, right? If I went from here to here, I mean, they're so similar, these websites, right? So this is part of the challenge, that these are just so similar. I do like that they have Google reviews embedded. I do like these silly images like this. That really helps them feel a little bit down to earth. But I gotta say, honestly, that third one, just because they got lucky, Google called them out very fast and efficient. They look like they are ready for people coming in to visit Milan for the Winter Olympics who need a suit. Very fast and efficient.